Hey traders, welcome to Quad S Trading, where we exclusively short sell small caps. Why do we short small caps? Is because at the end of the day, the stock will always be lower than where it was before. So let's have a look here. First one is SMX. So then this one here is a RD strategy, and you learn all this stuff if you come and join us in the free live trading every Monday for the free members. So we have the VW, which is a Quad Trading Pro here. We have the 4 a.m. strategy and the RD strategy. So essentially, it closed down here below the open of the price, and then it came back up. So we had a loss of 263. Then it did that again, and it waked us out here, loss of 147. Did it a third time, loss of 145. And finally, at the end of the day, this is exactly what I was looking for. It tanked. So this was our entry because it closed below this green line, and it covered at the end of the day for a profit of $719. So this ended up being about a $200 day on this one here. Now let's have a look at glue. This one here is a larger cap than I usually trade, but I tried it anyways. We entered here, got closed out here, very, very small loss of 166, but I will have a look at this again tomorrow, because if you look at the 1 day chart here, see, huge gap up, green, so I'm going to try and play this as the first red day. So that's the glue. Then we have SXTC. This was a huge trade. These are your Chinese pump and dump trades, which we love. So essentially, it pumped all the way to a resistance point that we identified, and it crashed, halt, halt, halt. Now on this halt here, I said, you know what? I'm doing really good on profit. I'm going to take profit if it pumps to this midpoint, which it did. So I took my profit. Luckily I did, because it pumped even higher to the next resistance that we identified, and I will show you right after this. And it halted back down. I took it right here on after the halt, and then it crashed all the way down here. Now this was a halt, I believe it was. Anyways, I covered back at this midpoint here, but at the end of the day, it ended up tanking twice as hard. So this was a huge win. Now, if you go to the 4-hour chart, and I'll show you how I identified the pivots. So very simple. We lined up a few resistance, right? So this one here would have been from a previous pump, but this was before, and I'll show you. But anyways, one, see how it hits here, hits this pivot here like this. But this is the one that I'm talking about. See how it's very close to these two ones right here, the closed candles, and it also hits this one and these two. So that's where I made my first pivot, and this one here was at the height of this one right here, right? So that's where I identified the pivots. And if you go back to the 5-minute chart, I have a lot of charts open up, so my trading view takes a little bit of time here, right? So there's a 3, 1, 2, and it did not hit that third pivot. So that's why we do our resistance is before the trade even happened. So these lines were here, like before this trade was even close to them, with some alerts. So I got an alert here, and this one here specifically, I wanted to make sure that it closed below the VWAP. So sometimes what happens when it'll come pump up, you'll have 3 red candles, and then it'll come back up, right? So up 3 red candles, which is very similar to this pattern here. And I waited for that extra confirmation below the VWAP before I entered. So I entered here, and then it halted down, or halted back up like this. And for this one here, once it hit this one here and this huge red candle with like huge volume, pretty much told me that, hey, you know what, it should be coming back down. And there it was. So this trade was huge, and I love these Chinese pump and dumps. So Acon, this one here was our VW1 strategy. As you can tell, it comes up. Here's your blue to confirm that it's going to be a trade, and here's your green circle. Close below, boom, and EMA adjusted, or at the end of the day for even a better price. So this was a nice win of $411. Then we have IMG. So I will go over both strategies here. So let's just do the 4 a.m. one first. So 4 a.m. one is very simple. It pumps in the after hours, and then it closes below the VWAP. So that's your entry, and your exit is at one of the EMAs, which is right here, for a nice win of 433. And then if I take the 4 a.m. out and go back to the RD strategy, this one here, it closed here below the teal line. This is your close. This is your entry. It was looking really good, and then it pumped right back up, and we closed pretty much break even at $76. Then we had MNTS, same thing here. It opened on a close, perfect. It came back up, almost stopped us out. This is our stop right here. It almost did, but it bounced right back down. So this teal line is actually the open of the previous day. Like I said, I got a lot of charts up, so this might take some time to load, but here we go. See the open here. So this could have been a resistance, especially the fact that it bounced once, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times before it came back up, right? So this is a lot of resistance right here. Nonetheless, a nice win of $238. Then we had CDU, same thing in RD strategy. It closed below this green line here at 470, and I took it out at 425 right here for a nice profit of $478. SOPA, same thing with this one here. We had a RD strategy, closed below this green line, took a position right there, and we closed near the end of the day for a nice profit of $366. Then we had RGC, same thing, RD strategy. It closed below this green line at the open or near the open. Boom, it halted down. You enter once this happened, once it reopened here, and then it was looking real good. Halt, and then it came back up and it slowly grinded its way back down for a nice win of $1,000.72. And last but not least, ECDA. This is a 4 a.m. trade. This one here is a questionable one. For one, it's a very low price, so you have to take a lot of shares on this one here, and it tanked a lot in the after hours. You know, gap up, close below VWAP. Would I enter this one here? Probably not. At the end of the day, it did do the strategy that we teach for the 4 a.m., but this one here would have been one I did not take, but I trade log everything anyways. So I didn't play this one, but like I said, I just keep it to trade log. Same thing for IMG. I did not trade this one myself, but I just trade log it. Just that way I know that this pattern is still working, and this is awesome for the people who like to wake up at 4 in the morning. And this trade here, you can easily wake up, enter, set your stop loss, right? Because we do have on the 4 a.m. your stop loss, which is up here, and then you just go back to bed with your profit target at these EMAs, SMAs. So very simple to trade. So that's it for today. It was an extremely busy day. We had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trades, because this one was a double. So anyways, if you like what you see, head over to our Discord. We have lots of good stuff there. You can chat with me. We do live trading every single Monday. So hopefully we'll see you there. Have a good one.